Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 5th episode of Legendary Lunacy. As I am your host, as always, Jester Jack, and I thank you for joining us today. If this is your first time with us, we're trying to do a video every day of the month of October, culminating with a big video at the end of the month, and then maybe some more crazy stuff further on down the line. If this is not your first day with us, welcome back. It's glad to have you here. We've been getting more and more subscribers. In fact, I had a mutual subscribing to each other with what is his name? Local Extremist, I believe. You saw my post. Hi there, pretty lady. He saw my post on iFunny about me being proud of posting my video to YouTube a couple days ago, and we decided to just follow each other. So, welcome to the channel. If anyone else would like me to give him a shout out, go ahead and comment your name down below, and I will give you a shout out in the next video if I remember to. If not, I will do it as soon as I can remember to. But anyways, so these weekend's videos are going to be pretty short, because I'm in the middle of doing a show, Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, at the theater I'm working at right now.
Redacted.
And, yeah, located at Redacted. But since we've got the performances and everything, we don't get done until very, very late. So I'm exhausted. I want to eat my Taco Bell and I want to go to bed. That's what I would like to do. But one thing I would also like to do is keep my promise and make a video for you guys out there, because this is what I want to do full time. I want to make videos for a living, and I can't do that if I what is it, welch? Is that the term? If I can't keep my promises and I welch on myself, then I don't think I can complete my goal of becoming a YouTuber, podcaster. I just want to do this stuff full time, and I don't want to welch on my own prospect of doing that. So it's like a personal promise to myself: video every day of the month, or every day of this month, and it'll be completed. So at least for this weekend, most videos are probably going to be pretty short. I know I've said that about every video so far, and we've broken half an hour on every single freaking video, but this time it's for real. I'm going to try and make this one like maybe short, between 5 to 10 minutes, probably around 10 minutes. But we'll see. We'll try and at least make it entertaining. That's the main goal. As long as you guys are entertained, I'm fine with it. Anyways, what are we going to talk about today? The story what should we talk about, huh? Ooh, I've got an idea for a topic. And this is one we can go more into later on as well, but for a quick topic. Nightmares. Nightmares are like dreams, but horrifying. I don't know why I felt the need to say I am tired. I'm really tired. Please forgive me. Well, I can't say normally I'm funny, because I've watched my own videos. They're not hilarious, but they're entertaining, I think. But I'm very tired right now. Nightmares are freaky, and they used to be one of my favorite things to use as inspiration for writing. When I was in high school, I was in creative writing class, and I used to turn my writings into short stories, my nightmares into short stories. And it usually worked really well. But some nightmares were pretty off, and for different reasons. One of my weirdest nightmare stories is I had a dream I was like an adventurer, and I was going through the jungle, and I saw something crawling on me, and I could feel it and everything. And it was this giant spider crawled down my arm to my wrist and started biting me with pincers, and I could feel it. The pain was crazy, and finally it woke me up, the pain. And when I woke up, I was like panicking, and I grabbed my phone and like turned the light on to see what the heck was biting me, and it wasn't anything biting me. Sometimes I toss and turn in my sleep. I had gotten my wrist caught behind the frame of my bed, and like it was just bizarre, because like that was the pain I was feeling. Hang on, sorry, my computer's being an idiot. I don't know why it's doing that. That's strange. Anyway, so yeah, my wrist had gotten caught behind the head of the bed, like the bed frame, and was pinching my wrist, and that was the pain I was feeling, and that's what woke me up from the dream. Yeah, no, that was freaky. Another nightmare I had, I was a Greek hero, like Jason and the Argonauts kind of thing. And I was fighting a monster, and she had a sword, and she had beat me, and then stabbed me in my chest. And the pain from that was really intense. And I woke up from the dream and looked down, and this part, I don't know if it's accurate or not, but I recall seeing like a red line where she had stabbed me. But the whole explanation could be that I have a very active imagination when I wake up. I don't know. I mean, I would hope I did. Maybe it's everything everywhere all at once. What's that movie where like she jumps into different bodies and stuff, like from different parallel universes? Maybe that's what happened. Maybe I was in another dimension or something. I was fighting monsters in ancient Greek times, and then I woke up and I'm in, I think it was like 2008, middle of nowhere. Yeah, but I'm good now. Baby, have any crazy nightmare stories?
I had one last night.
You had one last night?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast, Miss Abbey Evans of Abbey Evans Artistry, or Morbid Beauty, the wonderful, talented, gifted artist that she is.
Hold on, the cat's right here. Oh my goodness. Sorry, am I pulling on stuff?
It's okay.
I got fired yesterday from my job. And nightmares tend to pull from the stresses you have in life. And one of the things we talked about was reaching back out to my boss and asking for like an exit interview and maybe some critiques and things like that, like what I should try to take to my next job. Things such as that.
Which is very professional.
Thank you. I try to be. So last night, I had a nightmare that I went to the office and I was asking for an exit interview, and they laughed in my face. And they said, "You're not welcome here. Get out." And for some reason, I decided to camp outside the store to grab dirt on my boss.
How are other people?
And it was something about him. This is not a true story of anything I know, but some weird thing about him sleeping with the main boss's daughter, and so I was I'm gonna set him up to fight.
To clarify, this is the nightmare. This is the nightmare she had.
This is the nightmare. I mean, obviously,
I just don't want anyone thinking you're spitting dirt.
No.
This is the nightmare. The nightmare she had last night from being fired by this boss.
I mean, one day maybe I would spit dirt, but no, it was just a strange nightmare, and so
I just brag about you being professional, and you're like, maybe someday we'll spit dirt. Who knows?
But no, I think I woke up because I was so distressed about being laughed at. Because, I mean, the idea of going back to a place that I generally feel humiliated by at the moment really sucks. And to have to face them and tell them, hey, could I get this thing? And to be laughed at, I woke up in a panic. I was by myself because it was probably 9:30 and you were way gone by then. So it just was and I thought I had actually got laughed at. And I mean, I generally felt embarrassed, and I was well, that didn't actually happen, but I still don't feel great. But I also had I am a lucid dreamer as well, so I have some really weird nightmares. None that come to mind at the moment besides, I had a really weird one. I'll give you this one and then I will exit without trying to step on my cat. I had this dream one time, and it was a strangely reoccurring dream. But I think it was sometime, after watching The Mummy for the millionth time, because I love that movie. The Brendan Fraser one, might I add. Exactly. Him and Rachel Weisz, beautiful. But I had this dream that there was an actual literal mummy under the coffee table at my mother's house, right? And the whole concept was of the dream was finding a really good hiding place that the mummy wouldn't find you. But the problem is, I could never find a hiding spot before the mummy woke up, and the mummy always woke up by this horrid scream that you hear. So I think the very last time I did it, I literally hid right next to the mummy under the couch. It didn't make a whole lot of sense. I know. And it woke up, and then therefore I woke up because I was fuck, I'm going to die. Excuse me, I don't know if this is rated R for bad words?
We're almost to the 10-minute mark, so I think it's fine. I think it's you can't swear within the first 5 minutes. I think.
Really? Oh.
Well, from what I've heard is there's different rules. YouTube is bizarre with.
You
their
could also just
rules.
bleep me out, but
that
was a reoccurring dream. I don't know if it was just something about. I was afraid of the dark at the time when I was a kid, so like a lot of things scared me. So maybe though I loved that movie, I was so terrified of somehow awakening a mummy within my home that was just built in a random town, nowhere near where mummies occurred, as far as I know.
Yeah, the mummies in the Midwest.
And I mean, I feel like I know better than some horror movie people, because if I found some sort of weird ancient book, Rachel Weisz, I wouldn't read from it.
Fair.
I'm just saying, I love reading. Would I read from a book that's plated in gold or feels like human skin? No.
Well, see, now here's another thing,
wouldn't.
too. Another thing about movies like that. Don't get me wrong. I love the Mummy movies, and I love the Evil Dead movies. Great movies. Read all you want. That's fine. Don't read it out loud.
Yeah, why is that necessary?
Look here. It says on page 5, if it's read aloud, it'll cause the end of the world. If what's read aloud? Oh, you know the line, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I just caused the end of the world. Don't do that, man! It literally says don't read it out loud.
I think what we're not exploring is the fact that all these people that do it are just psychos who do want the end of the world.
You know, it's possible.
The only time it's an acceptable form is technically Cabin in the Woods, because they were all pushed towards having to choose. That was inevitable. I don't blame them, even though Marty told them they were dumb. But everyone else that does it, they're dumb. This is why I don't allow people to bring Ouija boards into my house.
Smart.
Yeah.
I've had some weird experiences with Ouija boards.
Yeah, and therefore they're not allowed in this home.
No blame.
Anyways,
there.
I'm going to back up and not onto the cat, because she chose to be literally right here.
She likes my tootsies, my feet.
Your stinky peetsies.
Stinky beatsies.
You just got done.
Yeah. Well, so like, there's speaking of dreams and stuff, there's some funny nightmares and stuff I've read about online. Well, some funny, some kind of terrifying. Like the one where the guy, like, he says in his dream, he's like, usually he's a lucid dreamer, and he's lucid dreaming, and the next thing you know, he's like in a dark classroom, and there's just a fish tank in front of him, and the fish tank has one, like, grotesque looking weird fish in it that just looks at him and smiles with human teeth and says, "You better wake up before you forget how." He's like, and I woke up with a cold sweat, and someone says, "I think you meant Satan."
Oh, do you want to hear one of my lucid dreams, actually, that I recall?
Sure.
So, like I said, lucid dreamer. Here's the thing. Your girl's got anxiety. So anytime she does lucid dream, I freak the fuck out. And I had this sensation. It's kind of a sensation behind my face where I pull myself. And I pull myself into, like, higher layers of the dream. Kind of like Inception.
I'm dating a god.
Okay. You say so. But yeah, it's like pulling myself to higher and higher layers of the dream, like, and I normally notice by the fact that, like, it gets weirdly lighter outside in the dream or something like that. My most recent lucid dream that I had that was terrifying, that I didn't have to pull myself out of, thankfully, because I woke up, but I noticed I was in a dream, and I turned to my side because I was in bed, and this was a very random place. It wasn't anywhere I was familiar with, and there was just this creature in my bed. And here's the thing, like, I, for the life of me, could not describe the creature. Like, there was nothing physically known about it. It wasn't like, it was a physical body, but I couldn't tell you what it looked like at all. And it turned to me, and I was like, ah, yes, I must be in a dream then. And it's like, well, you're never gonna wake up because you can't escape from me. And I said, joke's on you. I have an alarm coming up, so that'll wake me up eventually. And so we kind of just had a stare off for a little bit, and it just was like, you're not gonna wake up? And I was like, I might though. You don't know. And thankfully, I didn't have to pull myself because my alarm actually did go off. So I was like, fuck you, demon, whatever you were. So that was my most recent lucid dream. I hate them. I hate that it happens.
It's like, it makes me think that there was a dude who, like, he also was a lucid dreamer, and he kind of had, like, the same thing, like, but he had to, like, he taught himself a catchphrase that he would have that would help him out of, like, scary dreams, because normally, like, could tell when it's like, oh, this is going to get scary, so I'll just get myself out of it. and the catchphrase is supposed to be like it was something in like Latin. Start like it was like the first word was O and the second word was P, and like in the dream I can't remember exactly what happened, but like he's like, oh, this is gonna start getting scary, and then for some reason he forgot his phrase that he's like I think he said like the dream was like it felt like amnesia, and so he's like, I don't remember the phrase I'm supposed to say to get me out of the dream. I can't remember what it was. So he's like, the lucid dream was becoming a regular dream, but like a nightmare, and so he was starting to freak out about it. And then like a demon or something showed up in the dream and was like about to attack him, and he looks at the demon and goes, "Oopsie poopsie," and immediately wakes up. And he's like, I woke up in a cold sweat and could not stop laughing. Because it was some Latin phrase started with an O and a P, and he goes, oopsie poopsie, and it's totally fine. And he's like, okay, so oopsie poopsie is my new catchphrase to get out of lucid dreams I don't like.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine that's easier to remember than wherever the fuck he was going for.
Something, yeah. Well, I mean, the dude sounded like a smart guy, but it was just like, if it's simple and it works, go for it. Okay, I am tired and hungry, so and I know this was a shorter episode. I mean, we didn't quite hit the 5 to 10 minute mark. We put those together and got that. But, that's okay. It's all right. I'm going to go ahead and give another shout out to Local Extremist, I believe is the name, on YouTube. Go check them out, because they went ahead and subscribed to me. I mean, at least I believe they have. If they haven't yet, then they will. We have a verbal contract on iFunny, and as far as I'm concerned, verbal contracts are binding. So, Local Extremist, I did my part, and I'm sure you did yours, because I think I was at 22, and then we made the agreement, and now I'm at 23. So I'm pretty sure you already did. But thank you for subscribing. To everyone else who's subscribed, thank you for subscribing too. Go ahead and comment down below your name, because I can't see subscribers on here. I can't see who they are. I just see the number that I have. So comment your name on the video or on one of the videos. I'll go through and I'll try and make a list of all my subscribers. Maybe soon, once we get like the show that we're in done and everything, we can add a Patreon, and I can get you guys some names through that way as well. And plus, maybe they'll help me start doing this full time, and I can put more effort into these videos and make them special and whatnot. If I can survive off live off of the stuff, the Patreons. Anyways, I'm rambling again, and we're up to 17 minutes. So once again, thank you so much for joining us today. This has been the Legendary Lunacy with your host, Jester Jack, featuring special guest, Abbey Evans Artistry, the Art of Morbid Beauty. And I'm sure we'll see more of her eventually. One of these days, I'm just going to have her host one of the episodes, and she can show you some of the makeup that she does, or the special effects. Like, she can use stuff to make it look like skins being ripped off and stuff. She's very talented at what she does. I'm very excited for you guys to see what she can do. Also, if you are in need of a makeup artist for videos or movies or stuff, and you are in the Midwest, or if you want to pay to fly her out to do some makeup stuff for a project or something, shoot me a message. Leave a comment down below, or once I get some more stuff done, you can send us some emails maybe or something, and we can figure something out. She's a very talented artist who deserves to have her skills shown off. So, thank you all very much for watching. We will see you tomorrow. Have a great night. Always remember, sit back, relax, and enjoy the darkness around you. Have a great night, guys. Love y'all.